Hello everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to have you here. Today, we'll be exploring comprehensive data protection with Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection. Our focus is on empowering organizations of all sizes to secure sensitive information seamlessly. Over the next few slides, we'll cover key features, best practices, and practical insights to help you protect your data effectively. Let's get started. Let's take a moment to introduce Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection, two powerful tools for data management and security. These solutions are designed to provide comprehensive data protection, helping organizations safeguard their information effectively. What's exciting is that organizations of all sizes can take advantage of these built-in features. Whether you're a small business or a large enterprise, these tools make advanced data protection accessible and easy to manage. One of the biggest benefits is that they don't require a big additional budget. They're cost-effective and eliminate the need for complex, time-consuming setups, making it straightforward for any organization to implement strong safeguards. And it gets better. Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection deliver enterprise-grade data protection capabilities. They're integrated within many Microsoft 365 subscriptions, so organizations can leverage top-tier security features without having to invest in separate solutions. Overall, these tools help us ensure that our data remains protected, no matter the size of the organization, and they do so in a way that's simple, affordable, and highly effective. Let's talk about a common myth: the idea that only large enterprises can use these powerful tools. On this slide, we see that comprehensive data protection with Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection is actually accessible to many organizations. In fact, the protections they offer are often already included within existing Microsoft 365 licenses, so there's no need for extra costs or complex setups. However, small and medium businesses sometimes avoid these tools because of misconceptions, thinking they're only for big corporations. Sadly, this means many miss out on valuable protections that can help secure their data effectively. The good news is, these tools are built to scale. They're designed to fit organizations of any size, including SMBs. So, whether you're a small business or a large enterprise, you can leverage these solutions to enhance your data security. Finally, there's a common misconception that Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection are exclusive to large organizations. But in reality, they're versatile and accessible to all, breaking down that barrier and making robust data protection achievable for everyone. Let's talk about the risks of skipping data protection. When vulnerabilities in data protection exist, they can lead to very costly consequences for your organization. It's important to remember that not investing in protection isn't actually saving money. It's creating a vulnerability that could cost much more down the line. Without proper safeguards, the risk of data leaks, compliance failures, and added stress for your staff increases significantly. Sensitive information like contracts, personal data, and internal pricing can circulate unchecked if you don't have the right protections in place. And this is especially true for smaller organizations that might think they are less at risk. Ignoring built-in data protection features exposes them to substantial dangers. So, the key takeaway here is that comprehensive data protection isn't just a technical necessity. It's a crucial part of managing risk across your entire organization. Let's take a look at how we can match protection to your team's specific needs. Microsoft Purview is really designed to be flexible, allowing you to scale from simple to advanced protection measures. It can adapt to the unique requirements of any organization, whether you're just starting out or managing complex security environments. Think of it like choosing the right level of security. Whether you need a straightforward, locked cabinet approach for basic protection or a vault-level system for highly sensitive data, Purview can handle that without making things complicated. This flexibility is key because it ensures that your security measures fit seamlessly into your existing workflow. Instead of forcing you into a rigid security model, it adapts to how your team works, making protection both effective and user-friendly. So, in essence, Microsoft Purview provides a tailored approach. ensuring your data is protected in a way that aligns perfectly with your organization's needs. Let's talk about some common barriers to adopting effective data protection. Often, people assume the main issues are cost or difficulty, but actually, the biggest obstacle is awareness. Many organizations simply don't know these capabilities exist or how to activate them. These tools, like Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection, are sometimes hidden away in the compliance portal, not front and center in the daily apps people use. This makes them easy to overlook and underutilize. Another key point is perception. Many small and medium businesses hesitate to use these data protection features because they think it's technically complex. They see it as too complicated or intimidating, which can hold them back from taking advantage of powerful security tools. So, the main takeaway here is that increasing awareness and making these capabilities more visible and user-friendly can really help overcome these barriers and improve data security across organizations. Now, let's take a closer look at what you already have in Microsoft 365 when it comes to data protection. Core features like sensitivity labels, basic data loss prevention, and information governance are actually included in common licenses such as Business Premium and E3. What this means is that these foundational protections are built right into the packages you're already using. And the best part? They come at no extra cost and are ready to deploy immediately. This allows organizations to start securing their data right away without the need for additional purchases or upgrades. So, essentially, you're already equipped with powerful tools to safeguard your information, making data protection accessible and straightforward from the outset. Let's take a look at accessing the features within Microsoft Purview. One of the first things you'll want to do is understand your current capabilities. The portal provides a clear overview of what you can do right now, helping you identify where you might need to make improvements or adjustments. It's also important to note which features require license upgrades. The portal conveniently shows these insights, so you know exactly what licensing is needed to unlock additional functionalities. Another key point is sensitivity labels. Often, these labels appear ready to configure even if you haven't used them before. It's a good reminder that, with a bit of setup, they can help you classify and protect your data more effectively. On the left-hand menu, you'll find easy navigation to features like information protection and data loss prevention. These sections are central to managing your data security and compliance efforts. Finally, remember that all of these tools can be accessed through the Microsoft 365 Compliance portal at Compliance.Microsoft.com. From there, you can explore the full suite of Purview tools and get a comprehensive view of your data protection landscape. Let's take a closer look at the differences between these license tiers. When we compare Microsoft 365 E5 with Microsoft 365 E3 and Business Premium, we see that E5 offers comprehensive data protection features through Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection. This includes advanced capabilities like automated classification, insider risk management, and enhanced analytics, which help organizations proactively manage and secure their data. On the other hand, E3 and Business Premium include essential Purview features such as sensitivity labels and basic data loss prevention policies. These tools are sufficient for most organizations to implement meaningful data protection without needing to upgrade. So the key takeaway here is that E5 provides a more robust, advanced set of tools for organizations with higher data security needs, while E3 and Business Premium cover the fundamental requirements. This distinction is important as we consider how to tailor our security strategies to fit different organizational needs. Starting with sensitivity labels, I want to highlight how they provide comprehensive data protection using Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection. One of the great things is that everyday administrators can easily implement these sensitivity labels without needing advanced technical skills. Setting them up is straightforward and can be done quickly, which makes it accessible for many teams. Once a label is applied, it travels with the data, whether it's a file or an email, so protection remains consistent across all Microsoft 365 applications. This means that no matter where your data moves, the security stays intact. Sensitivity labels also serve as a clear way for users to tag their files and emails with specific categories, indicating how that information should be handled, whether it's confidential, internal, or public. Overall, sensitivity labels are a simple yet powerful entry point for classifying and safeguarding your data, aligning perfectly with our goal of making data protection easier and more effective for everyone. Let's walk through how to create your first sensitivity label. This process usually takes less than an hour, and once it's done, you'll see the labels appear directly within Office applications, making it easy for users to apply the right label to their documents and emails. First, you'll want to apply labels within Office apps. This means users can quickly select a label based on the sensitivity of their content. To make that happen, you'll need to publish the label by assigning it to a policy scope, which controls where and how the label is available. Next, you'll select protections for your label. Think of protections like adding watermarks or encryption. These help safeguard sensitive information and enforce your organization's policies. Then, you'll create a new sensitivity label by giving it a clear name, adding a description so users understand its purpose, and choosing protections such as watermarks or encryption. This step ensures your label is tailored to your specific needs. Finally, you'll start by logging into the compliance portal. From there, navigate to the Information Protection section. This is your central hub for managing labels and protections, making it straightforward to implement and oversee your data protection strategy. Remember, the goal here is to make data protection intuitive and integrated within the tools your users are already using, which is a key part of the broader data governance strategy we're discussing today. When designing sensitivity labels, it's really important to keep things simple. If we make the labels straightforward, it encourages users to adopt and use them correctly. We want to avoid overwhelming people with too many complex categories, because that can lead to confusion and mistakes. Instead, focus on a few clear, easy-to-understand labels that match the typical work scenarios they encounter every day. When labels are simple, users find it easier to make the right choices without hesitation or errors. Remember, the goal is to streamline the process and promote consistent compliance across the organization. In this slide, I want to highlight how a simple label implementation can make a big difference. By keeping things straightforward, users find it easier to apply labels consistently. This consistency really boosts our security posture without adding unnecessary complexity to their workflows. For example, when we talk about impact on workflow, the idea is that public information, which is safe to share externally, can be labeled accordingly, while sensitive data like payroll or client details are protected under a confidential label. This clear distinction helps everyone understand what can be shared freely and what needs to be kept secure. Now, the purpose of labels is to guide users in handling data responsibly. In this case, our small finance team was able to improve how they manage data simply by implementing just 2 labels, public and confidential. It's a great example of how simplicity can lead to effective data governance and better security overall. Now, let's take a closer look at how we implement comprehensive data protection with Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection. On this slide, you'll see that we apply strict protections like encryption to safeguard our most sensitive data. This is designed specifically for the most critical information that requires the highest level of security. We refer to this as the highly confidential tier, which covers data that needs cautious sharing and controlled access to prevent any leaks or unauthorized use. Moving down the tiers, we have the confidential tier, which still requires protection but allows for more flexibility. Then there's the general tier, which is our default for non-sensitive content. Basically, the everyday data that doesn't need special handling. All of this fits into what we call the 3-tier label model, a structured approach that helps us classify and protect data appropriately based on its sensitivity. This model is key to ensuring we're applying the right protections at the right level, aligning with our overall goal of maintaining data security and compliance across the organization. Now, let's look at how labels work across Office apps. Sensitivity labels are designed to persist with your files and emails, no matter where they go. Whether you're saving a document in SharePoint, sending an email through Outlook, or sharing a file in Teams, the label stays attached. This means that the protection policies, like encryption or access restrictions, are applied consistently across all platforms. It ensures that your data remains secure and compliant, no matter how it's shared or moved within the Microsoft 365 environment. This seamless integration is a key part of comprehensive data protection, making it easier to manage security across all your Office applications. Now, let's take a closer look at data loss prevention, or DLP, within the Microsoft 365 environment. This slide highlights how modern DLP solutions provide comprehensive data protection using tools like Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection. These technologies work together to safeguard sensitive information across your organization. What's really important to understand here is that modern DLP is designed to protect your data without interrupting the daily workflows of users. It's about striking the right balance, ensuring security while maintaining productivity. For example, this approach helps prevent accidental data leaks, which can happen easily if users are not careful, but it also allows legitimate business activities to continue smoothly. And a key feature of these modern DLP solutions is their adaptive policies. These policies are smart. They don't just block or allow actions blindly. Instead, they gently nudge users with warnings when risky actions are detected, helping to mitigate potential data risks in real time. This way, security becomes part of the user experience rather than a hindrance, reinforcing good data practices across your organization. So, in essence, modern DLP in Microsoft 365 is about protecting your sensitive data effectively while keeping your users empowered and workflows intact. Now, let's talk about using built-in DLP templates. These templates are a game changer when it comes to comprehensive data protection with Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection. By leveraging these pre-designed templates, we can speed up the process of implementing data protection measures significantly. This means organizations can get their policies up and running quickly without needing deep compliance expertise. It's about making data security accessible and efficient. These templates come with tested patterns for identifying sensitive data. Think credit card numbers, social security numbers, and other critical information, so you don't have to start from scratch. Plus, Microsoft offers pre-designed DLP templates tailored specifically for common regulations like HIPAA and GDPR. This ensures your organization can meet these standards more easily and confidently. Overall, these ready-made templates streamline your data protection efforts, making it faster and more reliable to safeguard sensitive information. Today, I want to walk you through the gradual rollout approach to data loss prevention, or DLP, which is a key part of our comprehensive data protection strategy using Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection. First, we start with the audit mode. In this phase, we're not blocking any actions. Instead, we're monitoring data flows to understand how data moves within our environment. This helps us build a clear picture of potential risks and patterns without disrupting user activities. Next, we move to warning mode. Here, we begin alerting users when they attempt risky actions. The goal is to raise awareness about policy implications and encourage more cautious behavior, all while still allowing work to continue smoothly. Finally, in enforcement mode, we take decisive steps to block risky actions outright. This ensures that sensitive data stays protected and that we're actively maintaining compliance standards. By gradually escalating from monitoring to warning, and then to enforcement, we can effectively enhance policy effectiveness while minimizing disruptions. It's all about balancing security with user productivity, ensuring that our data remains protected without impeding daily operations. Now, let's take a look at how DLP policies are applied across Microsoft 365. These policies are designed to provide comprehensive data protection, covering all the major services like Exchange Online, SharePoint, OneDrive, and Teams. The idea here is to create a unified approach so that sensitive data is protected no matter where it is, whether it's being emailed, stored in the cloud, or shared in chat messages. This consistency is really crucial because it ensures that the same rules and safeguards are in place across all communication and collaboration channels. Ultimately, this helps us maintain a strong security posture while enabling seamless teamwork. Let's take a closer look at how Azure Information Protection enhances email security. It makes encrypting emails much simpler by integrating directly with sensitivity labels. So, for example, if you apply a label like confidential, it automatically encrypts the message and any attachments. This way, only the intended recipients with the right permissions can access the content. What's really great is that this process is seamless. There's no need for extra steps or complicated procedures for either the sender or the recipient. It helps us improve security while keeping things straightforward and frictionless. Overall, this integration is a powerful way to protect sensitive information in email communications, aligning perfectly with our goal of comprehensive data security across the organization. Balancing security and usability is critical in our data protection strategy. With Microsoft Purview and Azure Information Protection, we aim to ensure that security measures don't hinder the user experience. It's all about finding that sweet spot where sensitive information stays protected without making it difficult for users to work efficiently. Labels play a key role here. They guide encryption decisions and make it simple for users to secure data correctly, even if they don't have deep technical knowledge. This way, everyone can follow best practices without feeling overwhelmed. When it comes to email protection, a targeted approach is most effective. Instead of encrypting all messages, we focus on high-value scenarios, like HR records or important contracts. This targeted encryption helps prevent user frustration and keeps productivity high, because users aren't bogged down by unnecessary security steps. Overall, the goal is to protect our sensitive information while maintaining a seamless, user-friendly experience. That balance is essential for a successful security strategy that supports the entire organization. Let's talk about taking action today. Don't wait until a data breach or compliance issue forces your hand. Instead, start small and simple. Protect your data now because effective security is just a few clicks away. By acting now, you can safeguard your information, reduce risks, and strengthen your security foundation. And the best part? These powerful data protection tools are already included in your Microsoft 365 subscription. There's no extra cost or complicated setup required. Just activate them, and you're making a big step toward better security. Think of the sensitivity labels as clear signals for how to handle sensitive information. They automatically enable encryption and usage restrictions without disrupting your team's workflow. It's an automated way to protect your data effortlessly. To get started, simply log into the Microsoft Purview compliance portal today. Within minutes, you can create and publish sensitivity labels that classify and protect your files and emails. It's quick, straightforward, and a crucial step toward securing your organization's data.